Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back, just wait till you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm the Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Major look.
Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. Salute to each and everyone who support the channel. We back. Unfortunately, for those who close to a brother already know what it is, but due to me having 3 to 5 seconds of audio off of the zone card, they put me in goddamn in-house detention. I couldn't even go live. That's why y'all haven't seen me on live. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do anything. They gave me a copyright strike. I'm just letting you know for your FYI. Yeah, they was being petty that night. So you really have to be careful about muting on StreamYard and muting your physical standalone mic. All right. You can mute your mic, but you know, if you still unmuted on StreamYard, the audio is going to play through. And you know, they try to tell me, you know, on my retraction that I was misusing. I was like, what? It says a simple, honest mistake. Anyway, to the task at hand, we have an issue again. We have to talk about it. We have to first and foremost give a salute to the heaviest, the hottest topic in boxing media. I mean, I'm talking about if you were standing next to a volcano butt naked, that's how hot it would be. Everybody's talking about Deontay Wilder's arbitration. You cannot go a single day on YouTube right now without someone speaking on Deontay Wilder arbitration. And that isn't a long time coming. That's what we knew all along. We knew it was coming down to this. We knew his name was a hot topic when he was out of the sport, and is absolutely temperatured returning back to the sport of boxing. When I say returning back, that means us finally hearing the official ruling on the arbitration. So therefore, we can move forward and potentially seeing him back in the ring real soon. Salute to everyone that's dropping comments, man. J8 in the building. You know what it is. Salute, my brother. Dion Washington, Tuscaloosa, stand up. Salute. King Mitch, what's good? Listen, the hottest topic in boxing media is for a reason. I want y'all to listen up, right? Stephen A. Smith, you know, many people will say, okay, you know, you have to respect Stephen A. for the work he's put in and everything, and the body of work that he's accomplished over his tenure as a reporter and a journalist and everything else that goes along with it. I truly understand what it is, consists of, but also it entails integrity, right? So when you look at the word integrity, That's very loose when it comes to these mainstream media. Because if you're boring, if you don't bring attention to yourself, if you want to say what everybody want to hear, you might find yourself out of a job. I want to play a little clip and shout out to Champ Side. I'm just gonna play his audio, but I want to play just a little bit of his audio from his live. Once again, this is from Champ Side. You know, his moniker, the baddest brand in the land. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Champ Side, but I wanna play a snippet of his video that he did of Stephen A. Smith speaking about Deontay Wilder and this trilogy. And it's preposterous on all levels. Listen.
Y'all already know what I think in that fight. Shout out to Leon Robinson. So I'm gonna play the video.
Let me go back to it for some reason. Hold on for a second. Okay, here we go. Tune in for those. Appreciate everyone for pulling up.
Because he sent it to me yesterday. I didn't post it. I saw it. Oh, I got it on my other. Anyway, let me play it again.
Deontay Wilder, you should not want any parts of Tyson Fury right now.
Y'all hear this? You know, that's a brother just like myself.
We all saw the last fight, February 2020, when Fury beat Wilder with a resounding 7th round TKO. We did see that, right? I know it was over a year ago, but I haven't forgotten. Neither does anybody else. Fury floored Wilder in the 3rd and the 5th, dominated him all night, pinned him to the ropes, leaned on him, bullied him, had a 40-pound weight advantage, led heavily on the cards before Wilder's corner finally threw in the towel. Appropriately so, I might add. It wasn't a contest that night. I know Wilder wants revenge. Damn it, I know he deserves it. Wants payback for the only blemish on his otherwise illustrious record. Deserves the big payday that he obviously wants too. I get all that.
He say he deserves the big payday that he wants. And really, Wilder haven't been mentioning no money, no payday, anything like that. You know, Steven is up here talking about he deserves the payday. The payday is what it is. I think what Wilder wants is liquid blood.
Deontay Wilder, you should not want him, but at this moment, it's not worth it, bro. Let Fury fight Anthony Joshua in August. Let the dust settle. You, Deontay Wilder, you got to let this Tyson Fury thing go, just for now. Not just for your own health. And trust me, that's important. But remember something else, too. Just wait and get the winner. That's all. You take the winner. You'll be ready, working on your boxing skills and everything like that, because Tyson Fury can box. You take out the winner, you the champ, and then all of them got to come back to you. That's how this works.
Why?
This how? What he say? This how this works. What does he mean exactly? This how this works? I mean, somebody help me understand. Tone Brown in the building. Salute to you. Pete Davenport, what's good? I'm about to get to the comments. I just want, you know, to put this out there, like hearing Stephen A. say what he said, right? You know, he's talking about payday. He deserves a payday and everything. And it's almost like the type of individuals that's patting you on your back and telling you how good of job you have did since you've been working there, and how they appreciate, you being an asset to the company, and that, if it was up to them, they would promote you. But today is not about any of that. I'm sorry to inform you that we're going to let you go. That's what Stephen A. Smith is pretty much insinuating about his support of Deontay Wilder. And if you look back, man, I can't remember what lives it was, but I always told you about the time Deontay Wilder stepped in there and the treatment that he gave Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. To hear him go up here and say, Wilder, let this Fury thing go, you're discouraging the man from retribution, revenge. You're discouraging him to think outside of what he's selected to do in the sport of combat, and that's fight. He has every right to return back to the motherfucking domain and defend. If you have an opportunity to go regain a championship, not even just a championship, just say you was going there to fight an opponent again. It's not like that's the first time it ever happened in boxing. But to discourage, to have a voice like Stephen A. on the platform that he does, and to tell the public to say, Deontay, let Fury fight the Joshua fight in August. This man is seeming like he's a motherfucking politician. He's seeming like he's an Illuminati. Stephen A. Smith up there acting as if this man's soul is somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? He's already given his blood sacrifice. This man switches up so much. Wasn't it the same individual in the dressing room? Listen, Stephen A. Smith was in the dressing room. He had the opportunity to be in the dressing room, something I haven't had the opportunity to be a part of. But he was so much in support, and he was absolutely showing all this one night of companionship as a reporter on fight night, and making everybody believe, he was there to support the champ. Now he's telling him, let them go fight for the undisputed titles. And then you get the winner. This man knows nothing about contracts. He has nothing to do with boxing. He's not a matchmaker, promoter. He's not even a boxer. We pretty much seen the work he was doing on the mitts. He had a motherfucking a right uppercut that they used back in 1717. You know what I'm saying? This man obviously know very little about the sport of boxing except for being a mouthpiece. But I think it's disrespectful. It's distasteful. You know what I'm saying? It's belligerent, malicious. For you to discourage the individual that took a beating, had the toughest fight of his career. You're disallowing him to mentally and physically re-enter that same domain in an attempt to regain his title. See, a lot of my people, a lot of black people, there's some people gonna say that's cooning a little bit. I try to stay away from that word because we didn't invent that word. You know what I'm saying? And it is a very disrespectful word that is used whenever that time arrives, whoever is choose to use it. But for Stephen A. Smith, man, he's like the new fool right now, because I keep on hearing him turn on people. Just like he attempted to go over there to the UFC. He said there and disrespected the female fighters. He done said some shit. And, at a point in my life, I was saying, well, Stephen A., he has to say what he has to say to keep his job. But this topic right here is very, very important because it deals with boxing history. Stephen A., you just can't sit up here and use your platform and talk about how blacks have done this and blacks have done that. And then you sit up here and discourage Deontay Wilder from returning. Like, the man's been out the ring the same amount of time as Tyson Fury. They both been out the ring the same amount of time. why am I continuing to hear these individuals speak and say, well, I think Deontay Wilder, with the time he's been out the ring, he needs a tune-up fight. And I'm saying to myself, say who? Well, he's with a new trainer right now, Malik Scott. It takes time. So correct me if I'm wrong. Did Joshua not make changes after the Ruiz loss? Did Tyson Fury not make changes after he earned a draw with Wilder and go in there for the rematch and hire Sugar Hill? Is that not the freaking case? Am I saying something that's unbeknownst to anyone else that's hardcore boxing fans? Did these two individuals in the heavyweight division make changes to their camp? When Tyson Fury brought in Sugar Hill and after the results were recorded, 7-round stoppage, right? I didn't hear people saying, well, Sugar Hill. I was amazed that Sugar Hill and Tyson Fury was able to mesh as well as they did. That I wouldn't recommend people changing trainers like Tyson Fury. You know what they were saying? Oh man, that crunk style. Wow, Sugar Hill did an amazing job. Tyson Fury looked amazing in there. He dominated Deontay Wilder. He did everything good. He picked up the belt. We heard all this shit before. But the torch lit parade is not only coming from the mid-level YouTube community, but also it's coming from the higher ups too now. You know what I'm saying? The voices like the Max Kellermans and Stephen A. Smith and everybody else that choose to jump on the bandwagon. This is a travesty when it comes down to it. This just proves how much hatred is out there, for one man. So in your hatred, you're proving how powerful he really is. You know what I'm saying? You're truly proving how powerful Wilder really is as a human being, as a man. Not just he was blessed with physical strength, but mentally, he's disrupting the sanity of a lot of people because you wishing so much hate that this man would take a tune-up. He would take Sam, step aside money. Why are y'all so worried about the money he get when you all look? You were the same individuals that was out here saying that Wilder don't get paid. He barely make 10 stacks of 10 mil of fight. He's barely getting anything in his career. Why are you worrying about him taking step aside money? You know what that shit is called? Selfishness. You're being selfish. And along that selfishness, right? You're really showing how much disdain you have for an individual. And a lot of you even, you haven't even met him, but I expect more from Stephen A. Smith. What do you mean how this works? That sounds like some Illuminati shit. This how this works. You know the code. You know what it is. So what worked when Wilder came to the ring and was basically saying he didn't feel the same, and his legs was kind of weary, and he mentioned something about the suit, and that's the only thing that really hit the airwaves. And people's like, oh, he's making excuses about the suit. He says legs feel funny, right? But then he take enough punishment though. That was his 11th attempt to defend his title successfully. Didn't he take a lot of punishment? I mean, from the opening bell to the end of the fight, wasn't he bleeding? Wasn't he knocked down twice in the fight? He took punishment. In my eyes, he took punishment. Yes, sir. So it's a new fool to come on here and use your platform to tell a combat specialist who short-tracked up to boxing to begin with, through the Olympics, started fighting for his family, for you, Stephen A., to say it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it, bro. What the fuck is going on with you, dog? Do you have some chemical? Do you have a chemical imbalance? Why would you say some shit like that? Not only that, he's a U.S. heavyweight champion. Stephen A. Smith is pushing for an all UK fight. Why do we have so many U.S. boxing fans selling the fuck out? Let me get to some of these comments. Now these chumps gonna say Wilder's racist for stealing the shine from Ramirez and Taylor. Look. Ramirez and Taylor. Andrew Charles in the building. Salute. Ramirez and Taylor, I have nothing against them, man. They probably nice individuals. I've seen Ramirez a couple of times, but when it comes down to it, the Shine, they have been in the shadows for quite some time doing this boxing talk. We just didn't find out they was having an undisputed match. Right now, it was both fighters. Last time in the ring, Stephen A. just talking because he has a mic. Nobody looks to him for no fucking boxing. Well, hey, Mitch, they may not look for him for boxing. True words. They may not really respect, but they hear him. And you know what happens when people hear you? They start running with their shit. They put it on the thumbnail and they post it. Look, I have it on mine. You feel me? Like, that's what they do. They go and talk about it. Why now, though? Why would you push for an all UK undisputed boxing match when contractually in the court of law, they found that Wilder is in favor of a trilogy fight with Tyson Fury? It's a lot of other people they should be blaming. For those of you that's in the chat, Mitch, Charles, Brown, Davenport, there's a lot of other people. J8. They should be blaming Bob Arum for sitting up here believing and putting on a charade as if he didn't know that the arbitration was going to go in favor of Deontay Wilder. He had to have some type of communication. Stephen A. is a raccoon, like multiple people have said already. See, I know somebody's gonna say it. Jay ain't gonna bite his goddamn tongue, man. Shit. Did Stephen A. tell AJ to let the Ruiz rematch go? Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do? I need to put these comments up here. Hold on for a second. Let me take this down. Okay. Basketball is his thing. He is often wrong about that. Yeah. So let me get back to this one. Mitch said that Stephen A. tell AJ to let the Ruiz rematch go. That's not how things went. Huh? And I totally agree. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. They're so intent and trying to convince Wilder to take a tune-up fight. Anything to remove him from the position he has earned. He just didn't earn it in arbitration. He earned it before. Because if it wasn't in the contract, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So when Ruiz beat Joshua ass and made him quit, when he was changing trainers, nobody said anything. When Joshua was in between time before he stepped into the ring, people was like, quiet. And then an announcement was made when the next fight was going to be in Saudi Arabia. Oh, yes, we love you, AJ. Please come back. Eddie. Is there any way that we can order a full-length picture, a post of Anthony Joshua? I mean, just leave him in his skivvies. That's all we need. It was people up here requesting full-length posters, man. They wasn't the lingo and the tone wasn't the same when Anthony Joshua got his ass beat by Ruiz. Anthony Joshua was stopped. He quit. It's not up to me to convince you that Anthony Joshua quitting and Deontay Wilder fight being stopped from a towel. It's not up to me to balance those scales of ignorance, because you should understand that what's worse is Anthony Joshua quitting. Don't make up any excuses. Don't blame Deontay for what you consider to be excuses. But yet, Joshua, you want to create excuses for him. His trainer was rubbing his neck when before the opening bell. It was his first time, in the U.S. It was a last minute replacement, Andy Ruiz. Jarrell Miller. You got to blame Jarrell Miller. It was just so many people advocating for Anthony Joshua. All that shit was calling his nutsack. That's all it was. They speak the language that Deontay Wilder fanboys or fangirls, whatever they want to do. That just goes to show you they really truly tune in to when Deontay Wilder is being talked about. But you know who really have the fangirls? You know who really have the hoes lined up, the beta males? That's Anthony Joshua fans. Because they don't know how to fuck with Fury. They don't know what to do. But it's a lot of niggas out here want to be Anthony Joshua. Real talk. They want to be in the circle. They just want to see him walk up in his presence. And they say, wow, do you think he'll take a picture with me? Honey, let's go up there. Ask him. If I ask him, he may say no. But you ask him first. He might want to take a picture with a female, and then I'm gonna hop in there too. It's a lot of dudes want to live vicariously through Anthony Joshua. But this ain't about Anthony Joshua. This is about a lot of other things that's going on a larger platform for which I just want to provide a bit more clarity to. I just look at it as being like without putting black people into it, you know what I'm saying? Without putting my people, without putting, the discord. It has nothing to do with it. I just can't make it about that. I have to judge Stephen A on his choices and his decisions on why he is so inconsistent about certain topics. That's all. I'm not going to dog him out totally as a black man and say he's cooning. Even though I'm salivating to say what J8 said. J8 said he raccooning. Raccooning. Mark Nash in the building, salute to you. Pete Davenport said Illuminati code. He said illuminated code. It just seems like what he seems like he's already given his, his sacrifice, man. I just don't understand what's going on with you there, Steven. Was there ever a time a boxer head hit his head off the canvas like Fury versus Wilder? One where a ref didn't stop the fight immediately. Repeat. Press send, then repeat. Was there ever a time a boxer head hit the canvas like Fury versus Wilder 1 where a ref didn't stop the fight? Well, unfortunately, in history, where you have taken or extracted that information from, it has. And that was due to Jack Reese. We have given Jack Reese all the fake applause that we can give him. Though I sat across from him in the room, I salute him for giving me the interview. And though I told him I thought it was a lone count, Jack Reese himself, man, you made the wrong decision that night, in my opinion. And I can just give you, I always like to give a comparison. I always like to give comparisons. Let's look at the referee that was on his knees against Luis Nery. All right. He was on his knees like Jack Reese was to Tyson Fury. He was on his knees, but Nery was moving and he could have potentially gotten up. He was reeling from a stiff body shot from Brandon Figueroa, and he was hurting, and the ref was just there paying close attention. With Fury was just motionless. His head bounced off the canvas like his goddamn, NBA All-Star week, and he just sat there, mouth open. And Jack Reese tells me the reason that he allowed Fury to continue is because it was for the spirit of the sport. He told me because one of Fury's soles of his feet was flat on the canvas and his leg was up, and he was able to functionally hold his leg up, that showed him that he wasn't totally knocked out. He wasn't Amir Khan knocked out. He wasn't James Kirkland knocked out. That's what Jack Reese told me to my face. And our relationship haven't been the same since. You can't please everybody. AJ was happy to lose. He was taking pictures with Ruiz in the ring after the fight. Yeah, man, you know, AJ was on some other shit, man. I'm gonna take it back even a little bit more, Mitch. You know, when you give a fighter your belts to take pictures with before you step in the ring to defend your unified title, something is absolutely wrong with you. There's some type of twitch that's going on right now with Anthony Joshua before that fight took place. He was giving his belts to Andy Ruiz to take pictures with and all that. It was almost like he was presenting him the belts ahead of time. The fix was in. I always tell people the only way Joshua was going to have any relevance to his boxing career is that something like that happened. I said this before. You know, people may not be in tune to it for its ingredients. They might just come back, sip a little bit of boxing, sip a little bit of boxing out the cup and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Hydrate just a little bit, then keep it moving. But I said, with the competition that Anthony Joshua is facing, if he was to lose the titles to someone that he know he can get it back, why not? Losing the titles to Andy Ruiz, having a rematch clause in your contract, coming back and become two-time unified champion, that's basically for Joshua. That is how he is proven to the UK fans, because he ain't a global superstar. He's proven to the UK fans that he's a two-time unified champion. But the hardcore fans globally look at him like, you scared to cross the pond and come back over here and fight again. You ain't did shit. You would hear people always mention this, that, and the other Klitschko, but this ain't about fucking Joshua. This is about the Bronze Bomber, goddammit. This is about the motherfucking Bronze Bomber. You know, I tell people, like, if you had people that you communicated with in 2020 before the Deontay Wilder fight with Tyson Fury in February 22nd, right? If what you're doing on this YouTube platform has somehow wagered conflict with an individual that you believe to be your friend, social media friend, right? If that has somehow been strained over this shit, there was never anybody you supposed to be fucking with to begin with. Because how can someone you support, and you may not even support them 100%, you may just support them on YouTube, you may support them partially, but how the fuck can a fighter drive a wedge in between how you feel about someone as a human being? How the fuck does that work? How are you going to get mad at individuals that support Deontay Wilder? Like, you might meet them in person. You're just like, man, you know, so and so cool, man. I've been fucking with him for a year now. All because, you know, he's not on the same channel as I don't see him much. He has a different channel. He's not a part of this group. He's not a part of that group. I have somehow decreased or reduced some numbers of individual just all because of support Deontay Wilder. I would say, yeah, this is a pro Deontay Wilder, you know, channel right here. Yeah, absolutely. I am. No doubt about it. But look, it's not something that I have to debate. What I'm trying to tell you is my respect goes out to him for digging digging deep in the fighting hole, hunkering down, as we call it, staying in the bunkers, taking incoming, firing back, continue to fire back, push forward when there's resistance. All the backlash, everything he's receiving in the media, we heard it before. He stood his ground and everything that comes with it. And now he said he's looking for blood. Are y'all going to sit up here and be petty about it and say, why then? Why is he looking for blood? Because it's a fucking combat sport. And if a man feels like he was cheated in a combat sport that could have potentially put him in the exact same situation as Jerry McLean, Preacher Cologne, Adonis Stevenson, just to name a few. Some people would take that shit personal. Especially when you're cheating. Ain't he already get the big contract? He's still up there buck dancing. Well, we know Anthony Joshua is always going to be a buck dancer. He's under the power, spell of the one and only Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns is going to protect him as much as he possibly can to keep those belts. Unless they decide, Deontay returns, get his WBC back. Then you're going to see Anthony Joshua, basically start to walk around and drop those belts like loose change. Sir Ken in the building. World Combat Sports salute to the wrenches and salute to the chat. Smash the like button. Appreciate you there, Sir Ken. Salute to you, my brother. What's good? The spirit of boxing has been sold, resold, sold again, resold, reappraised, devalued, sold again, and the story goes on and on, man. It has been sold, man. It's been sold. Oh man, I'm not gonna get on because this is about the damn bronze bomber. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm about to go into the damn Logan Paul. You know what? I'm gonna speak on this just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna move on to the next topic. It was so nice I had to do it twice. AJ, a wild boy. That's funny, but it's true. Every time I go deep into Bud versus Spence debate, I always have a small exodus of followers from social media. Yeah, man. Hey, you talking to somebody who's been through the same storm. Like Andrew, man, tell me, how are we supposed to feel some type of way about anyone who is angry with you over a fighter that neither you or them have broken bread with, traveled, just had social time, chilled, relaxed, basically familiarity on a personal level? If that is not the case, and all you know is that person through social media and who they support, how in the hell are they mad at you? How are people leaving? They're angry, all because of a fighter that you support. It's not crazy. It's not weird and strange to me. You know how I look at it? I appreciate it because basically they're doing work early enough so I won't have to do it later. Real talk. They're basically doing the work for me right now, so I won't have to do it later. Because the longer they stay around, the more problems they're going to cause you. That's just the way the fact is. And I'm going to call some people out. Look, I got to call some people out on this. A lot of you that when Deontay Wilder was post fight, I would say about the first 6 months after his fight with Fury last year, you had a plethora of negativity to say about him. The same shit we heard before. No boxing. He's this, he's that, and other. Same shit we heard before, right? I mean, the thumbnails speak for themselves. You allowed people on your panel to bash, denigrate, you know what I'm saying, drop incredible obscenities, basically worrying about the man, what he's doing in his personal life. But look now, y'all. Listen, tune in to him. Now you have these people, these individuals trying to sit up here and act like, since he's proven what we already knew, the hardcore Deontay Wilder fans, we already knew he stood in strength. So him winning this arbitration, it was just a check. The crown was already shining. The check was already there. It's just he came out this motherfucker like, I already told you. My grandma said I was anointed. These individuals are now acting like they truly fuck with Deontay. Online. When they get closer to the fight, then they'll put up those 50-50 thumbnails. Oh man, Tyson Fury has one up on Deontay Wilder. Has Malik Scott had enough time to really change up the deficiencies? So if we truly looked at the deficiencies, if we was going off a social media poll, I mean, he ain't do shit right. He ain't built for the cause. Just so happened he has a one-trick pony with right hand. It's nothing they're gonna come up with that's pretty much positive information. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. They're gonna put them 50-50 thumbnails up. Well, Tyson Fury, he still got Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill did the damn thing, in the rematch. So Sugar Hill's gonna do it again, and But yet I'm hearing these same individuals talk shit about Malik Scott, saying that it takes time to get warmed up to a new trainer. So how long did it take for Anthony Joshua to get warmed up to a new trainer? Who did Anthony Joshua have in his rematch against Ruiz? Who? Then turn around. How did Sugar Hill all of a sudden become an asset and break the barrier and hire on Sugar Hill for a rematch? Because in Tyson Fury's words, you cannot teach your old dog new tricks. So if that's the case, how the fuck did he teach you any new tricks? It was so nice. I had to do it twice. Let me post that. L Dub in the building. Salute to you, man. Pete Davenport, appreciate you. Appreciate the donation, man. Dropping the 2020 twin. He said, showing some love to the big bro, and my fault on the misspelling on Illuminati. Man, you look, this ain't a classroom where we're gonna talk about verbiage and spelling and all that. We good. We are age appropriate adults. That's what we do. English is a type of language that is broken into many forms, and you have to interpret it for what it is. But I appreciate the donation, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Andrew Charles say, you think Wilder and Fury gonna step in the ring as soon as I've been hearing now that the arbitration is done? Yes, sir, I do. Yes, from who I'm speaking with and everything, I do. And that's outside of the primary. I mean, from what I'm hearing, yes, I believe they're going to keep that July date, and they're going to take it from there. I mean, people need to understand how close that date is. July. Man, come on, man. That's close. What is it, like 60 some days? Let me do a little research here. Let me do a little research. $59 days. We got 59 days left. If they fight on the date they supposed to, I mean that's crazy. That's not far away. That is not far away, man. That is not far away at all. And yes, without absolutely no compunction whatsoever, no hesitation, apprehension, optimism, whatever, no doubt, Wilder's going to get his title back. If Fury decides to drop the title and not fight, that's on him. I can give a fuck about it. Drop the title. Don't fight. You got people you have to pay. Everybody want to worry about how much money Wilder get. Worry about who Fury has to pay. I don't give a fuck. He dropped the title. Go drop the title. If you still want to go over there and fight Anthony Joshua for those titles, cool, do it. It's not going to be a bigger fight than what people want to see Wilder and Fury. So you can go over there to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is not coming over here to the U.S. to fight you. Bomb Squad Mania. To all, especially black media. I gotta put my fingertip on your forehead. All the black media that choose to want to say, well, you know, I want to support Tyson Fury heavy because he did everything right. Yeah, he popped positive back then. That's a long time ago. So if you giving Tyson Fury a pass for popping positive back then, and that's a long time ago, why the fuck are you dwelling on Deontay Wilder for going into the ring, defending his title for the 11th time and losing and coming up clean? The man didn't have a positive motherfucking drug pop dirty for drugs. None of that shit happened. He just lost his title. So if a man is without a criminal record and he's been doing everything the right way, he's been speaking to the people, he's been the people's champ, he's been defending his title, why the fuck you crying for? It's just super ignorant to know that you have people out there that call themselves giving that genuine support, want to talk about black man this, black man that. But now all you hear before the arbitration let out was, yeah, we just can't wait for this Joshua Fury fight. We just can't wait for this Joshua Fury fight. We just can't wait for this Joshua Fury fight. The arbitration hit. Now they want to just change it up and say, well, what do y'all think about that arbitration? Do you think it's for real? Do you think they're asking leading questions? Do you think Tyson Fury can just go ahead and fight, Anthony Joshua and just pay a fine? Nigga, what? Pay a fine? Your court date will be in the mail as quick as you can motherfucking go back into training. The fuck are you talking about? Can he just go face Anthony Joshua and pay a fine? What are you on? That's some good shit. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Fury tried to run off the plug. Judge. Damn. Hold on for a second. I'm back. If he dropped the belt, he ain't got honor. He ain't got to honor the contract. Okay. The belt is the contract. Pretty much. The belt has every bit to do with the arbitration. The belt is attached because if the contract was linked up to a rematch, if Tyson Fury won, which in fact, if Tyson Fury won the bout, he became what? The WBC heavyweight champion. So contractually binding, they had to go back due to COVID-19 restrictions that prevented the fight from happening for the rematch. I'm talking about the trilogy, okay? So once again, the belt has a lot to do with it. The belt has a lot to do with it, man. You know what I'm saying? The belt has absolutely a lot to do with Deontay Wilder being in arbitration because he wants to step back in the ring and compete for his honor. The honor was not just starting a sport and fighting for your family to begin with, but reigning over 5 years as a world heavyweight champion. So, of course, you know, having this business in line and on par, Bob Aaron was up here talking about the COVID-19 restrictions had absolutely nothing to do with anything. It's transparent. The contract expired. We're moving on to a Fury and Joshua fight, right? And I want to say this to all of you that was sitting up here speaking on it, that was hyping it up and somewhat disappointed. You've been up here kicking the dog and shit. The cat don't even come around no more. You threw it out the window. The bitch still landed on his feet. You're seriously angry because it was a part of boxing you didn't respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't respect the fighter first and foremost, you're not going to respect the actions of that fighter. And a lot of you all didn't respect the actions of Deontay Wilder because you didn't fuck with him. You didn't appreciate him for what he was doing in the sport of boxing. So that's why everything he was doing, you basically, you had something negative to say. You denounced it. You say, oh man, why he doing all that shit? He do too much. He talk too much. But yet Tyson Fury talks just as much. He talks more. Calling people dossers, cunts, bums. So how much respect is that? You know, I mean, how much respect is that? But when it comes down to it, if you didn't respect the person, you're not going to respect what they're doing. Regardless if they're progressing, you're still going to hate them and say, nah, fuck them. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't like that nigga. Fuck that. So all this time he was in arbitration, you got clown ass niggas up here talking about he's not going to fight again. You have people up here saying he's depressed and he's mentally unstable. The same choir. The same choir of individuals is out here vilifying Deontay Wilder when he's up here fighting for his right to step back in the square for a third time for his title. What is wrong with that? It has a lot of right into it. I'll tell you that. It's a lot of right that's dealing with it. Hey, people, give me 1 minute. All right, I'm back. If you watch any of Fury's interviews since his little tune-up fight was canceled, you know this arbitration was looming and indeed real. True words, man. True words. But like I said before, Mitch, with what you just mentioned, they're not going to respect it enough because it was Deontay Wilder who was the primary source that was holding up something that they wanted. They wanted it. They didn't want to acknowledge who was basically in court fighting for what, you know, fighting for his right to fight for his title again. They didn't want to respect it because it was him. Oh man, you know how people say, "Oh man, this guy again." Damn. They didn't. You actually had people believing that he wasn't going to ever fight again. I would have to go on record as saying that he's one of the most hated world champions and probably one of the most strangely respected men in the sport of boxing. If that even means a damn thing. Like, he's one of the most hated, clean champions of this era. But yet, when people see him in person and know him, he's one of the most loved boxers and champions in the sport. I think it's more so the people on social media has basically tried to tear him down, because when I seen him in person, I didn't see these goofballs talking reckless. Listen, it's one thing, like I told you before. One of the first conversations I ever had with Tay before I knew him, he said this shit, and he's absolutely right. He said everybody on my team official. I still remember that to this day. I didn't know who the cat was like that. I didn't know he was with Bomb Squad as long as he was. I didn't know. But he said everybody on his team official. So therefore, every time I seen him and his team moving, I just didn't see the reckless talk of individuals running up saying goofy shit. I've never once seen someone go up there and say some dumb shit. Like the response that Radio Raheem received, that was Radio. He has a larger platform, and that was a moment only goofball Radio could bring out. Because that's what he does. But I gotta say, it's some people that's up here, pinch, pull, release. They changing them out, y'all. Now they all of a sudden want to get on the good graces. I just think that's coward ass shit, man. You know, you may call it whining. As many people as dropped through the channel and said all this bullshit. Yeah, you know, all the panels I've been on, that they want to talk about Deontay Wilder fanboy and all that. I said, okay, whatever. If I care enough to give you the energy, I'll give it to you. But sometimes I just don't care. But now that the arbitration is concluded, you have the same people that was really making views off Deontay Wilder's loss and talking shit about him, and he was exposed and all this shit that he never did right in boxing. Y'all niggas wasn't puffing, y'all wasn't fluffing his pillow for a return. When the man was laying his head down with his injuries, bleeding, when you saw his wife in the dressing room freaking, you know, patting him down and shit, after being in one of the worst fights of his career, one of the toughest fights of his career. Y'all wasn't fluffing his pillow, man, so he can rest easy, so he can return to fight for another day. Y'all was trying to find somehow, some way, if you can pick up a brick and throw it through his window. You know what I'm saying? The hate is absolutely real. I'm just so disappointed of the media outlets that's out there that know damn well you don't fuck with Deontay Wilder. With all that money, Wilder, he needs to get a hater recognition biometric system created right now, because when his fight week come up and he have his press tour, I'm not sure if he's going to take interviews. I don't know what he's going to do. I couldn't tell you. But I know it's been enough hate from February 22nd, before February 22nd, and on top of that, you spread that icing on real thick from February 22nd all the way up to May 19th. These cats are going to be running to get to his first presser. They're going to be running to get to his first presser. You're going to hear, Deontay. Can I get a quick one? Deontay, please. Can I get a quick one? I just want to talk. And you're going to get them same individuals. This is what I do appreciate about Deontay. If you ask him a tough question, he's not going to sit up here. Like, just say, for instance, somebody just can't wait to say, well, Deontay, how do you feel about what the public's been saying about you been, you fire Mark Breland and making all these accusations, right? He'll probably tell you what he want to tell you. I don't even think he ever been that type of person that he's just going to turn around and keep walking. He might give you 2 or 3 words. I don't know. Something like, fuck you, nigga. Shut your goddamn mouth. I'm just saying, I see all the motherfuckers that allowed people on their panels talking shit about Wilder. Now they're trying to boost it up. Like, motherfuckers are clowns, man. I haven't seen any motherfuckers that's clowns in Deontay Wilder's circle. I haven't seen it, dog. And I'm not gonna see it now. Look, it's one thing I don't worry about. Right? I don't worry about sitting up here thinking about what he's going to do next. Like, when he initially started talking to 78 Sports before anybody else, that's somebody he's been fucking with for a while. So he did what the fuck he wanted to do. He was very limited on who he would speak to. And that was the beauty of it. People was waiting for him to come out and say something. Then when he came out and say something, they want to complain to who he said it to. And once he said it to that individual, they want to ask why. Why you want to speak to the 78 Sports TV or the LDBC? Why? Can you imagine somebody asking a grown fucking man on who he's supposed to talk to? Like, why are you talking to him? Not me? Oh, I get it. I get it. I remember this. I get it. The reason why they're angry that Deontay Wilder haven't went on their panel yet or spoken to them is this right here. They want to be the one. You ready? They want to be the one that so-called ask him the tough questions. They want to have a bunch of clowns disrespect and have the opportunity to bombard and get reckless and ask the tough questions. All the Mark Breland questions. They want to ask, what suit are you wearing? They just want to ask the dumbass question just so they can have that moment. But the good thing about it is if you never present them with the opportunity, there's no way they can execute it. If you're never present, they never have access to you to present that question. And people are seething mad. They're angry. The motherfuckers gritting their teeth like, God damn, nigga. Look, if y'all think I don't, man, come on, man. Y'all, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm a hold that. But I know from what I've been listening to, there's some individuals trying to kiss some black ass right now. Yes, sir. You want to talk about that same black ass twerking, right? You want to have motherfuckers up here question this man masculinity when he was playing around with his family, right? But now that the arbitration is over, you come out and now you're trying to smooth things out. No, that's being a fraud. You being a fake. You kissing ass now. You didn't give a fuck when all this shit, when you didn't hear from him and the arbitration going on and everybody was just talking their shit and Eddie Hearns was coming up with boxing agitprop, just putting out bum ass shit, fantasy talk. Yeah, we signed a 2-fight deal. Everybody's running with it. The fight's gonna happen. Shut up. The fight's gonna happen. Now what? Now what? It don't matter how good your panel look. It don't. I mean, your setup look. If you wrong, you wrong, man. Y'all motherfuckers start going for Tyson Fury. Dudes even went as far as saying the arbitration was solely for payout. I only spoke on it briefly, Mitch. Blueprint Sports, the first Wilder interview going platinum like the Carter 3. Man. Hey, Mitch, they was trying to say Deontay Wilder was trying to get step aside money. It was gonna step aside money, the step aside money. You kept hearing that SAM acronym, right? And it's like, damn, step aside money. That's easy. Step aside money, that could have been over a long time ago. If that's all we needed, step aside money. But when you have a different type of individual, when you have an alpha male that's cut from a different cloth and he wants to return to the hunt so he can feast, because he wasn't able to feast the way he wanted to his last outing. He want to go in there and feast again. He's much more smarter, attentive. He matured from that battle, licked his wounds, and now it's time to return. Battle lines are drawn. Since the last fight, we good. I know where I'm supposed to be. Nah, Cowboy fans deserve that shit. Blueprint Sports said, salute WCS. Some channels act like teenage Anthony Breland was in there training Wilder alongside his dad. I'm not going to talk about his son that much. I did it already. You know, like I said, my social media associates, you know, many of them pretty much digressed when I said that they was using that young man. They was using him. Everybody who had him on their panel was using him. Everybody. No ifs, ands, or buts. Everybody that used Mark Breland's son on their panel was using the hell out that kid. Has he been back on there? Have you been asking him to come back on so we can talk about what's been going on with this? Did you call him back on there to ask, is his dad really with Team Charlo? Did you care enough to do that? I haven't seen it. D-Ray in the building. Salute. WCS. King Mitch, I agree. Carter 2 was more raw. Carter 3 too mainstream, but fire. Either way it goes, man. If Fury has the cojones, because he said he has Wilder's mojo in his pocket, right? That's what Fury said. It shouldn't be a problem. What did the guy say on Fast and the Furious? When old boy was complaining about the guy coming in there talking about he want to race, the loser leaves town. He said, I already beat this guy once. He said, exactly. So this time it should be easy. If you beat him once, this time right here should be easy. Because this is truly a rematch, to be honest. The first one was a draw. Then we had a winner, so to speak, through scandal and controversy in the rematch. So it's really like this rubber match that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? With Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. But we don't know if Tyson Fury is going to have enough courage to stick it out because all eyes are going to be on him. All eyes are gonna be zoomed in on his gloves. Those motherfucking church fans that he was wearing. We're gonna be checking out his gloves. Team Wilder's gonna be much more vigilant on bringing their own water to the arena. They seen what Tyson Fury did when he was off of that water. Same shit Team Wilder's gonna do. They're gonna be much more prepared this time around. But I just need y'all to do this though. The ones that really fuck with Wilder this time, you need to find some type of way to link up with one another and show up to this fight and support them so them UK gypsies won't be in there making it seem like they the one run this motherfucker. They don't run the US, bro. Y'all need to get together, come up with find somehow to make that change. Make a couple of bands here and there. And you need to show up to this fight and support the champ, man. This shit is gonna be epic. This motherfucker is gonna be epic. This fight is gonna break into the top 5 PPVs of all time. Yes, man. It's gonna be incredible. This shit is gonna be on a whole another astrological. This shit's gonna be the motherfucking black hole. It's so much that's right with this fight from the other fight. The suspense, intrigue, the climax, the plot, the individuals fighting. You know, the history is solid. They both have a solid history to draw up imminent danger, to draw up a situation that's going to come with vengeance. These are the two people to do it. They will break the top 5, break in the top 5 of the top PPVs. I guarantee you. Oh my God. The aura is going, oh man, the aura is going to be amazing. So y'all get together, put your chains together, find somebody to do some Uber Eats, some Dine and Dash. Man, y'all need to show up and support the champ. I don't know how y'all gonna do it. I really don't know, but I'm just asking out of respect. As many boxing fans and as many black boxing fans as out there, you need to show up and support Deontay Wilder when he returned to this motherfucking ring. And we ain't trying to hear not one single boo, period. That Staples Center bullshit, that MGM Grand bullshit. No, we ain't trying to hear none of that. Y'all need to find a way to be on deck. And I'm gonna end that topic right there. Let me see. Credit to Eddie Hearn. He was trying hard as fuck. Bob Arum and Frank left that man on the island. Had it not been for Wilder's persistence, he may have pulled it off. Hard as fuck. Bob Arum and Frank left that man on the island. Now, I don't think he was left on the island, man. I think they put that motherfucker in a lifesaver, you know, an air tube, and just had him out there floating around, you know, keeping him out the loop. Because I know he's been training. You can tell, you know, he's been out there keeping his weight down. But did Fury actually believe, like, were they so far off the loop that they believed the arbitration was not going to favor that of Deontay Wilder? I don't know, man. It's hard for me to believe that you don't have a connect. Do you see Wilder fighting Fury 4 times like Manny and Marquez? I doubt it. I think after this trilogy right here, it's over, done. If Deontay Wilder wants to come back and regain his title, who do you think he's going to want next after this trilogy? He's going to want Anthony Joshua's motherfucking scalp. That's who he wants. That's who he wants. Wilder is shook up boxing. People just don't want to give him credit, but he's shook up boxing right now, man. He shook up the world, man. We have an undisputed fight that's going on this weekend, and you barely hear anything about it because they busy talking about freaking, Wilder Fury. They be paying those UK fans to show up, comp everything except the beer. This dude said comp everything except the beer. God damn, they get comp chips. The motherfucker get comp tickets, comp Snickers, Kit Kats, motherfucking popcorn packets. But not that motherfucking beer, dog. You got to pay for the beer, dog. We just want you to come in here and fill the stands and root for whoever you want to root for once they come out. Let me move on to the next one, man. Team Bomb Squad, you know what it is, man. It's coming. Yes, sir. Wilder 3 is coming real soon. And if you're not able to save up that money, well, you better try to walk in that bitch like you're already paid. Seriously. Gervonta Davis and Mario Barrios card has been announced. All right. Let me take you to a little bit. Let me pull this up. All this media shit. I might talk about this at the end, but I'm not talking about Floyd Mayweather shit right now. No love. Nope. I'm gonna start talking about this Gervonta Davis fight. So undefeated four-time world champion Gervonta Davis seeks a title in the third division against unbeaten super lightweight champion Mario Barrios, headlining Showtime PPV Saturday, June 26th, in a premier boxing champion event live from State Farm's Arena in the ATL. Yes, they're coming down in my backyard again. You already know. So let me take you beneath the umbrella. The ones who are on the umbrella, on the, standing beneath the main event is going to be top contender Erickson Lubin. He's going to be facing the former unified champion. Yes, Jason Rosario, the same one who battled Julian Williams and stopped him. That's going to be a good fight. This is going to be for a WBC super welterweight title eliminator. Also, we have former unified champion Julian Williams. They're putting history on the same card. I like J-Rock. He's on the same card with Jason Rosario, the man who defeated him. You know what I'm saying? The only one that's not on the card would be Jared Hurd to make this all official. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. Julian Williams takes on rugged contender Brian Mendoza and hard-hitting Olympia Batar Akhmedov. Duels former world champion Argenis Mendez. Pay-per-view action beginning 9 p.m. Eastern Standard and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I did post a portion of this on my IG, but I'm looking forward to this fight card. I know some of you going to look at it like, it's not that heavy. It's heavy, man. You get Erickson Lubin. This is a step up. Look, listen to me. Hear me out, shawty. I'm about to goddamn spin this motherfucker. Hear me out now. Don't throw shade on it too much, because you know how Terrell Goucher looked when he stepped in there with Erickson Lubin, and we was like damn near. We had to go to the hospital for them to bring us out of a coma. That shit was so boring. Okay. So if you take the Terrell Goucher, who just fought Jamonte Clark, I'm not going to lie to you. When he was approaching that fight, I said, man, I need a Red Bull for this month. He went in there and stopped him in 2 rounds, y'all. 2 rounds. So then I look at Erickson Lubin, right? I know he's had a fight, but Erickson Lubin stepping in here with Jason Rosario. Ooh, that's gonna be a good fight. I've heard already that some people are saying that Jason Rosario might stop Erickson Lubin. There's a lot of people who believe Erickson Lubin has a neurological cutoff system connected to his chin. They don't have faith in his chin. I don't know. But I think this is going to be a damn good fight, man. And the fact to see J Rock back in, from my understanding, J Rock has changed trainers. All right. And this may be the first time J Rock has fought since losing his titles to Jason Rosario. Yes, I think so. I got AJ beating the shit out of Usyk. Usyk has the skills, but he ineffective when he's on defense so far as heavyweight. Maybe he's more acclimated to the division now, but I doubt he beats AJ. Tank versus Barrios. Isn't a watch like people think. Rosario can KO Lubin. To have a mean clinch game. If not, we'll need a pillow. I don't think Erickson Lubin is going to have that gas pedal that he had to just, go when he felt he wanted to go, being in there with Jason Rosario. I don't see it. I don't think if he chooses to lay back and just make this one of those posturing matches, I don't think it's going to happen, y'all. Chavez and Senior Silva is coming up, but it gets no love tonight. Chavez Senior, Chavez Jr. rather is fighting Anderson Silva, UFC legend. But anyway, back to Davis and Mario Barrios, right? They're here in Atlanta, Georgia, Saturday, June 6th. I will be at the presser tomorrow. Disrespectful, but yes, I will be there. And if y'all have any questions, Barrios or Tank, put them in the chat. I'll probably ask a good 2 if I have enough time. I will ask two of the better questions. If y'all want me to ask Barrios or Davis a question, just let me know. They're just mentioned the press conference is going to be here, but it's only going to be Davis and Barrios. Don't ask me why. I was saying to myself, God damn, man. Then we getting Erickson Lubin. We getting J Rock. We get Jason Rosario. We good. We get Mendez. Oh, yes, man. We good. Nope. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have another one. It probably won't even be in the A either. It's probably not even going to be in the A, man. Seriously. Lubin might have that I make you famous chin button. That's what it made. I make you famous. Pop! That damn James Kirkland famous. Come on, what do you think of the Tank Barrios fight? Well, the good thing about my input about it is that I seen him fight his previous fight. I seen Mario Barrios take some punishment a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he was out of the fight, but he seemed like he just couldn't get the timing down of Ryan Call. And Ryan was just so how you put it? He was so pumped up, man. Like he was hard. Like he came out of the first half like he wouldn't be denied. Like I don't know if he had an adrenaline dump as the fight went on, but he just came out fighting hard. You know what I'm saying? And as rounds start to tick, I think around the end of the 4th, beginning of the 5th, that's when Ryan Carr started to tire out just a little bit, and Barrios began to catch his footing and land those nice solid shots to the body, and he would start to counter Ryan Carr, And I think Ryan Carr had an adrenaline dump because he was going hard in the first half of that fight. Like, he was a new cat on the block, and he was out there to prove who the first one gonna get knocked out. Like he was very tense to me. But Barrios stopped him in the 6th round, man. He broke him down. And when he knocked him down, it was definitive. What I think about Tank Davis game plan in there with Mario Barrios, it's going to be somewhat similar to what y'all seen with Leo Santa Cruz earlier. It's going to be back and forth exchanges probably for the first 5 rounds. It depends on how early Tank starts to go to the body. Tank's body work is brutal. So yes, I am. I'm just wondering how Mario Barrios is going to handle Tank's body work. And there's no way people are going to tell me that Barrios is much quicker fighter. His hands is much sharper than Tank Davis. But one thing you can absolutely bet everything is that Gervonta Davis, once he gets off that 15 punch combination, when he sprayed the place down and emptied the clip, I want to know if Barrios can be able to withstand that shit. I've seen that shit in person, in sparring, and I've seen it in the ring when he was competing. Gervonta Davis will lay back, let his opponents get off. It's almost like he's playing with his food. And then once he starts to really, get the shit going, spin up, raise up the barometer, he fires off, and all them shits are coming from different angles. They got ketchup, mustard, relish, goddamn pepper. What they call it? Pepper sauce. They got the hottest Dorito in that bitch. All the shit you've seen on TV, the hot wings, all that on the end of Gervonta gloves, TNT. And he would give you a good 10, 15. And I'm not sure. I don't want to assume Mario Barrios is going to be stretched out under the lights early. I do believe, man, Gervonta may potentially knock him out in the 8th or 9th round. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Barrios is 26-0, 17 knockouts, man. So his last fights, look at his last 5 fights. He only had 1 decision, and that was Akhmedov. 1 decision. He knocked out Call, knocked out Velasco, Zamora, Roman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna be a good fight. I like Barrios, man. I like Barrios. It took him a little bit of time to get warmed up against Carr. He don't have too much problem. You can go in there like that with Tank. I'm saying it depends. Sometimes Tank don't come out the fastest now. Let's be honest. Tank don't come out blazing. Once he started to get warmed up, he takes some punches upside the head, and he goddamn you get him all nice and right up top. You put that electricity in him. That shit start firing up. That's when you go to work on your ass. And that's my only dilemma with Barrios. Can he handle when Tank take those little moments off the power up, and once he close distance to give you everything, can Barrios handle that without getting dropped? That's all I'm saying. Look, they can't do it like Tank. Tank take time off, get hit, touched up, boom, boom, boom. And then when he comes back, you better goddamn tie all your shit together tight, because he coming. Seriously. That's all I can say on it, man. He said, ask Tank if he'll fight Bud if Bud moves up to 140. All right, cool. That's a good question. Cool. Or Tank or Elvis Rodriguez. So, first of all, Elvis Rodriguez, right? Let me tell you something, that blueprint. I'll be the first to tell you. Tank will knock Elvis Rodriguez out. Elvis Rodriguez is a big dude for his weight class. I'm telling you, Blueprint. It will be a chalk outline on the canvas. That dude, he's making a stink down there. He has a lot of height riding behind him. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not taking any. But Tank is a smart boxer, man. Barrios get touched, but he's solid. Ryan Cowboy Call was doing okay. That headbutt and cut killed him. Barrio was on his ass though. Call really went out on the shield. Yeah, Call went out on the shield. But Gervonta Davis is no Ryan Call. You can believe that, Mitch. No, Gervonta Davis is no Ryan Call. So you gotta look at how Ryan Carr started and how long it took Mario Barrios to get really dialed in. Then you have to factor in Gervonta Davis. If he starts slow, doesn't mean he's not putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta will jab you to the body. You know, he'll pity pat periodically. He'll walk you down, take some shots, make you use up energy. You know, just to see he wanna goddamn feel you out, man. He wants to feel your temperature. You know, he want to check your gauges and everything to see where you at. You know, Pac-Man ATL in the building, man. Salute to you. Salute to the Golden Warrior Team Bomb Squad in the house. Somebody's trying to kiss some ass. King Mitch, Tank definitely ain't called. You got that right. And they're going to find out June 26th. He's definitely not called. But look, to be honest, I like this fight. I like the card, the main card. You know what I'm saying? But me, I just like to look at some shit to study boxing to begin with. This fight right here it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be good. I'm not super duper hyped about the media aspect because Tank does very poorly at media. He don't really show no love. You know, he go to ATL, but he always say no to this and that. I mean, he has the right, man. He on that level. Boxers don't owe us shit. I say it all the time. Boxers don't owe you a damn thing, man. We just want it to happen. We want it to happen. Just give us something. Can I give a short interview? Just a short interview. All right, man, what you got? Boom, boom, boom. Ask about 2 questions. All right, I got to go. That's all I got. I'm good. But when it's just like, hey, can I? No. All right, cool. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? We passed that. But yeah, they're having a press conference tomorrow and down here in ATL. I look forward to seeing that pop off like that. You know, I look forward to seeing the fight. And you know, I couldn't roll up out of here without talking about Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. What you want me to talk about? They're going for undisputed. I salute both of them cats. Respect to both of them. They're going for a genuine, undisputed at junior welterweight. That's a big fucking deal. At first, I was thinking Josh Taylor. Now I'm thinking Jose Ramirez. I'm thinking Jose Ramirez, man. I've been shifting left, shifting right, slipping to the front, sliding to the back. Slipping to the side, duck under. Who should I go for? Jose Ramirez might do something. He might come out. Jose Ramirez might come out as the undisputed super flyweight champion. I'm going for Jose Ramirez. I'm going for Jose Ramirez. And watch for Josh Taylor's eye to swell. It seems to be a thing from where he boxes at, where he's from. They love having swollen eyes and shit. I'm going for Jose Ramirez, man. Oh, speaking of that, right? What do y'all think about Crawford saying, he want to come down and get the winner of 140? And then I heard shit about Javante. Javante basically saying he planned on stand up 140 and get the winner of Ramirez. Can you imagine that? And then you got Tio. Tio has said he wanted the winner. So who's gonna win that motherfucker? If Triller has anything to do with it, I think they're really gonna make that power play to get Teofimo Lopez and to fight with those undisputed titles. Listen, Teofimo Lopez is successful in fighting whoever wins, and he becomes undisputed at 140. Man, it's gonna be some more people mad. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Tay at work. Hey, since this goddamn arbitration came out, I know his phone been off the hook. Tay, can I speak for you 1 minute? Meet me down at the happy hour. You drink, right? Are you in camp? Okay. I just need to talk. I know we didn't get off on exactly the right foot last year. I was talking so much shit about Deontay Wilder, but I just want to apologize to you face to face. I'm happy that y'all won the arbitration. And if there's anything I can do for you moving forward, just let me know. But one question is, do you think Deontay can be able to, I can get an interview? I don't know how to ask. I just want to talk. They gonna be goddamn kissing ass, boy. Tay. I know it's late in the AM, 2:00. Do you think you can just have Deontay shout my name out? Man. He blowing up his phone trying to mend broken wings. They trying to mend broken wings when they was talking about the twerking, the depression, you know what I'm saying? Mentally broken, got his ass beat, knocked out. He ain't shit. All that shit. Man is alive and living well. I don't think Regis is at his best at 140 anymore. He catch weight king his last couple. He's a catch weight king. Yeah, I think he's trying to catch weight until he decides to commit to 147. But I believe Regis still is a legitimate contender at 140 once these belts get sorted out. Seriously, I truly believe Regis is, man. The level of sparring Jose had for this fight is second to none. Okay. All right. So goddamn Sir Ken make my bet feel a lot better. He said the level of sparring Jose had. I did see some things out there with his sparring. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's second to none. More so since Big G is back in the gym full time. Yes, sir. I'm going for him, man. That's who I'm going for, Jose Ramirez. I'm going for Jose Ramirez, man. I am going for Jose Ramirez. If y'all didn't see this post right here, right? The date of July 24th, let's get it. Bomb Squad member Pac-Man ATL has put it out there for those who haven't really did anything yet. You might want to see how much they have a mattress up there for sale in Vegas. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to truly afford the rooms around that motherfucker once this fight is announced, but you might want to find a way to at least get up in the area, get you a ticket, and just be in the proximity so you can cheer the man on and drown out the boos. That's what we doing this time. That's what the fuck we doing this time. No. We're giving them that Areola and Andy Ruiz fans in the stands energy. Yes. Yes, sir. We need that energy. If you ain't willing to get that energy, I don't know. We need a different plan. We need a different POA this time, plan of attack. We need to let our voices be heard. Our voices need to be heard this time around, man. When he come around the corner, however he's doing it, however the walkout's gonna be, that shit need to be higher than what it was when he was at the Barclays with motherfucking Dominic Brazil. We need that energy. When two brothers was facing each other, you pick the one you like. No, we need to do the same thing here. Pick the only brother that's gonna be walking down that night. Give him that same on your feet energy, rock the house that he got when we was over there in the Barclays. Rock the motherfucking house. Aaron Jones, well, what's up, WCS? Where you been? Man, they kicked me off YouTube, man, off some petty shit. I was up here doing a live with the zone and didn't click off my mic on StreamYard, but yet muted my physical mic and the audio was still heard. 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds of audio. You know how it goes, man. The dude sparred Mickey Lopez and Ortiz. I think he's ready for that what Taylor has to offer. That's what's up. That's what's up, shawty. I'm looking forward to this shit. I'm gonna be busy this week, y'all. Damn. I'm gonna be busy. I usually wait till I get down there, but man, y'all be sure to check out if you see the fight streaming. Michael Williams Jr. is back in the ring this weekend over in Gaston, Alabama. He's contending for his 18th victory. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a really nice fight card from 116 Boxing Promotion. So if you're there, team Williams will be on deck, man. Roy Jones Jr., everybody else that's on the squad in the battalion. We'll be in Gaston, Alabama. You know, this weekend. He's going in there for another one. Put on another big show. King Mitch Dose, the usual suspects for sparring. Man, shout out to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk in the building. Make sure you check out his channel too, man. Check out Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, man. Salute WCS. What's good, homie? Hey, man, what's good is that, you know, I'm just trying to talk to people up on what I see this changing out here on the social media deal since Wilder's arbitration is official now. You know, you see more people that was talking about his twerking and talking about all that other shit. You know, he was pretty much a bitch any other time, no fundamentals. You know, he ain't shit. He need to retire. He's clinically depressed. The man should be on drugs somewhere, all that. But now, call in the choir, please. We're going to sing 3 songs. You got these cats coming in there like it's about to be church service, man. And they want to repent. Really, this is what I'm looking at. You have these individuals that had motherfuckers on their panel dogging the fuck out of Deontay Wilder. Now they're trying to cleanse their heart and soul, their Supreme. I know not what I have done, as I have just criticized and cussed this man to no end. I have made false and poor judgment upon him, saying he was depressed, he was mentally broken, he would never box again. You got cats up here trying to apologize for that shit because they know they was dead fucking wrong. They dead fucking wrong, man. Don't come back now. Just stay there. You know you fucked up. You fucked up. You know you fucked up. But when you think for 1 minute, reaching out to somebody on this team is a dummy. I don't know what y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. If you believe it's as easy as just reaching out to somebody on the team, that shit just smooth the fuck over. I don't see it happening. That's all I'm saying. I can't speak for nobody. I just don't see the motherfucking apology. Cause I've heard rats apologize on this motherfucker and then do the exact same thing the next day. It's always apologies don't mean shit. People break apologies all the time. But that's all. That's all. I'm just trying to get this out there. I'm just trying to spread some of that spirit, that arbitration spirit that's out there, that new life. You know, talk about Stephen A. Smith just being a new fool. He's made his blood sacrifice. You can tell Stephen A. Smith has made his blood sacrifice, y'all. You know how I know? Look how much he got paid already. The man's made closer to 100 million. Well, with the 100 million, right? No. How much he getting paid a year? I might be off. It wasn't 100 million, but it was in the millions, right? You can tell right there that everything he was planning on doing after that, they pretty much told him, you don't care who you piss off. It's not up for you to do. Let them call you every name in the book, but continue to put out media that people want to pay attention to. And that's exactly what he did. He's telling Deontay Wilder to leave the shit alone. He said, let Fury fight the Joshua fight in August. Wilder let this Fury thing go. He's pointing at the nigga. He said, no, let it go. You don't need that shit, man. Come on. Let them win the titles, and then you come back around and fight them, and you win the title, and they got to come see you. Is that the dumbest thing y'all ever heard? I mean, being, most of us are out of 7th grade. This dude said, let this Fury thing go. What Fury thing? The man deserves to rebound, retrain, resurge, return, regain. He deserves all the prefixes to get his motherfucking title back. And that's all we were waiting on right now. That July date, Allegiant Stadium, oh my damn. Who all on here think you can make that fight? Outside of Tay Jones. Who all out here think you can make that fight? Supreme, you gonna be there? You gonna be there, man? Mitch, salute. Mikey said he just come to the gym, do what he do, and get the hell out of there. His dad on something he can't stick around for. Okay. All right. That's some good food for thought. It's a joke when they diagnosed Wilder, but turn around, call Ryan Garcia for a blatant duck 3 months before the fight. True words. They absolutely did it. They took aesthetics and just wipe everything away. You know what I'm saying? You have aesthetics that people want to sit up here and say, oh man, the attractiveness of it all. Give him a pass. He's just a little kid. You know what I'm saying? He's just a little kid. The women love him. It's hard for him. It's so difficult. Any man can break down if they had 300 women man, get out of here. He's a motherfucking duck. He's the biggest capper, and he's part of the Duck Masters Coalition, period. Sir Ken, Mikey Grumpy, cause he losing that weight, looking a lot better lately. I think Stephen A. Makes 10 million a year. No, I think it was more than 10 million a year, but you might be right. Was it 10 million? I thought it was a larger sum than that. You might be right, though. It might have been 10 million. That's still a lot to make annually for the mouth of the motherfucking South. Stephen A. thinks boxing is a damn NBA payout playing game. Man, this dude is just disappointing, man. The shit he was saying is disrespectful. This how this works. What? Pushing a black man and say, stay in your place, sit down, and just box, and we'll tell you when to get up out your seat and say, hey, you're gonna have a live body in the ring now. I know I told you to wait for the titles. The titles have did what they supposed to do, but we're gonna have you fight somebody else. That fight is gonna be um what fighter was we trying to get him to fight? They'll put you in there with somebody like Andy Konoski. You know, they put you in there with somebody like Joey DeWeco, the one who supposedly knocked out Anthony Joshua in sparring. You know, shit like that. People look, fighters is not even ranked high. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to do the play together now. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of black media that's on here saying they're gonna try to show up, man. So I hope it all works out ahead of time. You know, so we can at least goddamn get some stills. You know, chop it up, get some interviews because it's gonna be the shit is lifted, y'all. The shit is absolutely motherfucking lifted, 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 shawty, lifted. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad, but Triller has made some big moves. You know what I'm saying? But from what I'm hearing is that Jake Paul is is in the future he may sever um his fight cards with Triller Promotion and be on Showtime. Now, I'm not saying a fighter with the amount of fights he has cannot be on Showtime because we see it all the time. Okay. But the fact that he separated himself from Triller, it can be many of things. They see potential in him putting on a show with the right opponents. So they trying to make some money off this guy when they can. And plus the videos that him and Logan are putting out, somehow they make them seem like they're more they're taking boxing serious and they're not exactly bums. That's what they're trying to convince the people. They haven't convinced me of shit. Don't try to go out here and quote me talking about and WCS was over there telling my Logan Paul ready for Showtime. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving you an article off boxing saying that he has broken away from Triller Club. Paul, who is 3-0 as a boxer with 3 knockouts, has his 2 fights with Triller. Has had his last 2 fights with Triller. The first bout, okay, they was talking about Nate and all them. Paul has a deal in place to have his next fight happen with Showtime Sports. I mean, that's going to be good. Whatever. It's going to be good. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all. Do your thing. But you would not get no shine tonight, Shawty. I just saw that shit drop by the timeline. I'm really looking forward to Jason Rosario, Erickson Lubin. He said he gonna knock him out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you heard Leonard Ellaby said he didn't think it was a good fight for Javante to move up to 140. But he may not, he may just be bullshitting, man. I once said I didn't see Javante Davis move up to 140 anytime soon. But you have to think about how tough it's been for him to cut weight and how good he should feel at a higher weight, supposedly. That's if he trained correctly and everything to cut weight. So that's a plus. That's look, that's less 10 pounds he has to lose, y'all. Damn. Ooh, that's less 10 pounds he had to lose. Here we go. Joshua Usyk. WBO gives Hearn 48 hours to provide proof of Fury deal. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, this 48 hour shit. Nobody wants to hear this shit no more. Can somebody tell me what's going on with Badu Jack? Why does it feel like Badu Jack is just one of those fighters now who fight anywhere? You know, you might show up to a motherfucking Red Lobster and Badu Jack might be fighting in the back. They moved the lobster tank out the way. I mean, what's up with him fighting on Triller and then he fighting on Floyd Card and he everywhere, man. Sean Porter, of course, came out with news talking about he finally got the call. And you know what I despise about boxing talk? No one can never give you a fucking answer. Oh, I can't tell y'all, man. I got big fight news, big fight news, big fight news. What is it, man? Can't tell you, man. I can't tell you. It's a secret. I can't tell you. Dude, that's boxing. I don't get that shit from mixed martial arts, Bellator, and UFC. But boxing, I say, hey, man, I'm just checking in on you, see how everything was going, man. You know what it is. I need some food, something to talk about, blah, blah, blah. Man, I ain't got nothing to tell you, man. I got something coming up. I got a fight date, but I can't tell you. Oh. So Sean Porter supposed to have something big. I know everybody was clowning Crawford, on who he wanted to fight. These 3 fights he wanted to fight. I don't know if any one of them gonna happen, but damn, they be on goddamn Bud hard, man. Shit, they be on Bud hard. But hey, he said I got the ski mask on again on the bank open, no security or rent. Bottle Jack getting those checks. He is, man, but he's just like no one knows what the fuck he got going on. Like he's everywhere. I can't get it. But yeah, tomorrow, man, stay tuned, people. The presser will be on and live. State Farm Arena, ATL. And I will try to bring you the best that I possibly can. Like I said before, Tank is not the best interviewer. So they have a media scrum interview. I'm definitely going to be with that. But the only person that dropped some questions for me was Blueprint. Blueprint, the one that dropped some questions to me. I asked people to drop some questions if what they wanted me to ask Tank tomorrow if I get a one-on-one scrum with him or a media scrum. You know what I'm saying? But the only one that dropped the questions was Blueprint. Don't say I didn't ask. I don't want him no complaining. Don't get out here, putting a super chat up and then gonna take it back down. What's up? Somebody put up their Regis versus Tank. Look, I think Regis would be unrecognizable once he get finished fighting Tank. If Josh Taylor gave him a swelled up eye like that, what do you think Tank gonna do? Tank is gonna have that man looking like a transformer straight out the lab, and the next stand-in for I Am Legend Part 3. He gonna be okay. You know your role. You're gonna be in the dark. And when you hear Will Smith come out, that's when you jump out and start screaming and moving your head and shit. The steam's gonna, yeah, that's you. How's the swelling looking? It's looking bad. You still on the set, okay? Just go back in there and keep on icing it. We'll let you know when it's your time to jump out and scare people. Man, he'll fuck Regis up. Ask Tank what he thinks the competition at 140 opposed to 135. Okay, that's a nice one. Ask him to rank a top 5 rank a top 5 at 140? That's a lot to answer. I mean, that's a lot to ask him on that end. You want him to rank a top 5 at 140? Okay. All right. Right. All right. So the first one might get brushed the fuck off. I don't know. He might give a mature answer. And then the second one, ranking the top 5, he may put himself in there. It's according if I ask him post fight or not, or whatever. If it's a 1-on-1, he might be a little open to give you what you want. We'll see, man. We'll see. Crawford versus Josecito Lopez coming to Triller. I watch it. I'm a Crawford fan anyway. I'll watch it. Yes, sir. I watch it. I like Josecito Lopez, man. Believe it or not, I like Josecito Lopez, man. If that's the case, man, that's one person I would love to interview. Dude's style is so fundamentally sound. I'll definitely check that out. But stay around, drop back through, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports tomorrow. The press is going down. Davis Barrios here in the ATL, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Salute. Appreciate everyone for pulling up. Once again, Bomb Squad is on the march. Check out the comment. Pac-Man ATL drop July 24th. Let's get it. That's enough said, y'all.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back, just wait and you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm the Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Major look.